never even got himself turned to the basket. He turned and just got his shoulders halfway square. He's got to take a look at that basket. He's got the extension to shoot over those guys.
It isn't just the ones they block. It's the idea that they're always lurking there somewhere.
Now watch Camby here, Bob, as he catches this ball. He never really gets turned. He sees Robinson out of the corner of his eyes, and he turns and just sort of quick shoots it. Never gets a good look at the basket. Got to take his time here. He can make that shot.
The Knicks wanted to drop the Spurs in Game 4, so they called on their heavyweight Allen Houston. The star of Game 3 came out punching. It was a 1-2 combination with the aggressive style of Latrell Sprewell, giving the Spurs a good fight. But Tim Duncan knows how to throw his share of counter punches. Early in the third, the Spurs landed a flurry and went up 13. The Knicks have been on the ropes, but they haven't gone down yet. Is it knockout time? Even Evander doesn't know for sure. And I believe we've carried that metaphor about as far as humanly possible. After the timeout, 7:43 remains. Charlie Ward with Johnson on him. And an illegal defense is called. Another technical will be shot by the Knicks. Greg Popovich has shortened his bench in this second half. Malik Rose and Jaren Jackson, the only reserves to get any kind of minutes here since intermission.
Bob, that always happens comes final time when you get deep into the playoffs. Everybody always talks about depth, depth, and depth. And you know what happens? You get down to about 6 or 7 guys. You play your stars heavy minutes. You rest them. That's the way it goes.
Get to within 4 if they score here. Houston driving on Elliott. Out to Johnson. Into the lane. Lost it. Got it back. Fade away. Got a piece of it. Duncan picks it up. Ellie's ahead of the field. And a big turnaround there.
See, remember that play right there. Larry Johnson just cannot finish in there over David Robinson or Duncan. That shot was blocked as the clock was winding down. Nobody got back. So once again, New York trying to get that thing under 6 or 7. They just can't do it.
Instead of 4, it's 8. Ward for 3. And the tip for Sprewell. Wow, he soared on that.
This guy's got more energy. I don't know of another player other than maybe Michael Jordan I've seen with that kind of energy. Now, Michael didn't play with that kind of recklessness. He was much more controlled. But this guy has got unbelievable endurance.
Robinson, the hook. Duncan, the tip. Doesn't get the roll. Johnson claims it. Again, a chance to close within 4. Sprewell is collared. And maybe they can do it at the foul line.
Bob, I'm tired watching this guy. Watch this tip in. This ball goes up. Where does he come from? Soaring from the baseline. Great elevation. And then after the miss, he just goes sprinting down the side. Sean Elliott cannot keep up with him. The pump fake. Now he'll have 2 free throws. More importantly, that's the 4th team foul. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of this quarter.
Knicks trailed by 4 at the half. Went down 13 in the third. They can get back to 4 if Sprewell hits this. It's a game again.
The man has always been Duncan. Do they go inside to Duncan? Do they force a double team? And do one of the perimeter players be able to step up and hit some shots here for San Antonio?
The lob to Duncan and coming over to attempt to steal is Sprewell, but it's a moot point because a 3-second violation was called on the Spurs.
The Spurs have to be very careful not to get too stagnant. Remember, they got off to a great start, screen roll, getting everybody involved. 3-second violation. Knicks can cut it to 2. 1 with a 3-pointer.
Houston. 2-point game. hits for number 20. Timeout San Antonio. Their lead trimmed to a bucket.
New York runs a screen roll. They get a switch with Allan Houston posting Avery Johnson. The double team cannot get there soon enough. Allan Houston realizes he shoots it quickly, and he gets a score, and you're going to see the reaction. This is more animated than I've ever seen Allan Houston. And a great end zone replay here. Where's the crowd?
Here comes Sean Elliott steaming into the front court. His pass is broken up, and the Knicks take it away.
The speed of Latrell Sprewell. He was beaten on the play, ran in from behind. A magnificent play by Sprewell.
New York looks to tie. And the whistle from Hugh Evans.
Sean Elliott's got him beat. He's got him beat by 2 strides. This guy could be a quarter miler with his speed. Sean Elliott was not aware of it, and the play from behind. And Bob, again, the importance of getting to that free throw line in the 4th quarter. They're in the penalty. Now Charlie Ward is shooting it to try to tie this game.
He won't do it on this trip.
Remember how we talked in Game 3 how important it was for New York not to let San Antonio get the lead? I think San Antonio is probably saying the same thing right now. We cannot allow the Knicks to get the lead.
San Antonio by 1. The Spurs have been the league's best road team in the regular season and playoffs. Robinson's jumper falls through. Spurs trying to do it into the teeth of a hostile, rabid New York crowd in front by 3 with exactly 5 minutes left. LA on Houston, takes him baseline. The jumper won't go. Rebound Robinson. Duncan to the hook.
What poise coming out of that timeout. They get a defensive stop. They get 2 scores. 1 goes to 5. And it's David Robinson again, Tim Duncan. The supporting cast is great, but your stars win championships for you. And David Robinson, sometimes the forgotten man, not tonight. You see the little jump hook in the lane? And then his partner in the post, Tim Duncan. That little jump hook over Larry Johnson. Once again, it's a 5-point lead.
And does he know how to use the glass? You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC.
Now, Bob, you were on Conan O'Brien. You'll be on tonight. Do I have to watch, or will you tell me what's going on here? What's going on?
Tapes available for a nominal fee. These are tough bookings for NBC. Ahmad on The Tonight Show, me on Conan. Going to the stable. Here's Charlie Ward on the run. His pass intercepted by Mario Elie. He goes 1-on-3. Johnson with contact, and Elie will come to the foul line. Mario has had a good game, both defensively and offensively. Johnson picks up his 5th foul.
You always tell people, if you leave your feet, be a shooter. Don't be a passer. He got in the air, no place to go. Mario Elie with the great steal, now the finish. Much different night tonight for Mario Elie, and Jeff Van Gundy says, oh, no. When you get yourself down like this, you almost have to have a perfect finish. A missed field goal by Allan Houston, the turnover now. Chris Childs.
Mario Elie, the Power Memorial High School product. New York City lad makes 1 of 2. Rare free throw miss for him. But he scored 16 points, has 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Here's Sprewell through a crowd to Camby. He was fouled, and it stayed down.
I keep talking about Marcus Camby. He's the only guy on New York that can do this. Once again, it's Sprewell driving to the basket, and he finds Camby. Like I said, don't leave your feet unless you're going to shoot it, I guess, unless you're Sprewell. And the dunk by Camby just muscles that one in.
Fouled by David Robinson. Mike Lupica has a story in today's New York Daily News about how